Okay, grade 10s here, as I promised. So the stranded tourist is floating away from the beach, yeah? So here's the beach. As soon as you see bearing, you should be thinking about north, east, south, and west. So here's the beach. He has drifted for 40 kilometers on a bearing of 300. So, bearing of 300. I'm going to put this on in red. 300. This is 0. This is 90. This is 180. This is 270. So he's gone out this way. And this is 30 degrees, yes? So we know that's 40. We need the components. So how far away do I got to go? Well, the components of this is he went north, west, and then north, didn't he? Or north and then west. It's the same triangle. So all I got to do is I got a theta of 30. I got an hypotenuse of 40. And I need my adjacent, which is W, and my opposite, which is north. So all I got to do is sine and cos. Cos 30 equals W over 40, and sine 30 equals north over 40. So 40 cos 30 equals the W, and 40 sine 30 equals the north. And it was something like, I don't really remember, but I think it was something like north 20 and west 35. Something like that. I'm not totally sure. I still don't have a calculator in front of me, but I think that's what we said in class. Length of x. So I look. There's what I need. Sine of 65 over x. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. That's the way I learned the sine law. For some reason, they've kind of started putting the sides on top now. But it doesn't matter. Both ways work. Equal, and here's my other one, 5 over sine 30. Now, there's my pair. There's my spare. So I multiply there and I divide there. 5 sine 65 divided by sine 30 equals x. I don't remember what it is exactly, but I think it was something like 9-ish. I remember somebody saying, like 9.06 or something. So I'm going to trust that it's 9.1. But like I say, this is the work. All right? In triangle ABC, whoomp, whoomp, whoomp. As soon as I draw it, I can go ahead. Angle A is 77. I choose which of these is 77. It doesn't matter. I'm going to make it that one, which makes this side, little a, 17. Little c is 16. Doesn't matter which that is. Big B is 28. I need little b, which would be right down here. Do I have a pair? Yes, right there. Sine of 77 over 17 equals the sine of 28 over little b. Cross multiply, 17 sine 78 divided by sine 77 will get me little b. I don't remember exactly what it is, but I seem to remember something in class about it being 8.2-ish. Okay, sorry guys, I had to talk to Mr. Whitman for a second there. So I got the park here. Determine the length of the other two sides. Well, right now I can't do it because I don't know that, but I do know that theta because it's 180 minus 32 minus 56, which is 180 minus 32 is 148, 92. So theta equals 92. So there is my pair. 251 over sine 92 equals x and y equals y over sine 56 and x over sine 32. So 251 sine 32 divided by sine 92 equals x, and 251 sine 56 divided by sine 92 equals y. And you get those answers to be something like 208 for x, 208, and y was something like 133, or no, other way around, of course, because x is the shorter one. Okay. And then determine the area of the park. Well, the area of the park, I had the area equals 1/2 base times height. Well, 1/2 times the base was 251, and I just needed the height. Well, the height is this: 32, 208, and h. Sine 32 equals h over 208, so height equals 208 sine 32. So I come over to here, and I have 251 is my base, times my height, which is 208 sine 32, and I divide that whole thing by 2, and I get, I don't even know what I get. We never finished it. So I'll do this, get up the calculator here, clear, 251 bracket 208 sine 32 close brackets equals that, divided by not 3, 2. So 13,833. I think. Oh no, I screwed that up. That's totally wrong. Way wrong. That can't be that big. I forgot to close this bracket here. So it's 251 times bracket 208 sine 32 close brackets, close brackets. Oh no, it was that. Seemed big to me. But anyway, there it is. 13,383. Close that off. And thank goodness for my new computer. What? Where's the rest of it? Well, I don't know where the rest of it went, guys. It's a little frustrating. The plane and the last two cosine triangles seem to have disappeared. That makes good sense. So I'm going to just go ahead and add them in by hand, I guess. So the first one was plane travels 15 kilometers on heading 110 degrees, turns south 40 degrees, and travels 20 km. How far from airport? Okay, so again, as soon as you see headings, you should be thinking north, east, south, west. So here's the airport. The plane takes off this way. This is 110. So there's east. So this is 90. So this is 110. Is everybody cool with that? I hope. So that's 20 degrees, but that's not important. So the plane is flying along this way, yes? Now, it's going to turn south. South is down here by 40 degrees. So if it didn't turn, it follows this dotted line. But it turns 40 degrees right there. You guys remember from the 9th grade, this has to be 140, right? So this is 15K. This is 20K. I want to know how far away the plane is. So I need this distance, which is X. Do I have a pair? No, I don't. So I got to use the cos law. This is what I need. So a squared equals, and then I punch in everything else. 15 squared plus 20 squared minus 2 times 15 times 20 times cos 140. And then, of course, I got to square root that whole big answer, which is, I never got to it, so we'll bust out the old calculator. Square root of 15 squared plus 20 squared minus 2 times 15 times 20 times cos 140, close brackets for the cos, close brackets for the square rooting, equals 32.93 kilometers. And the next question was, sorry, I should have left that up there longer for you to have a look at it. Oh, duh, you can pause it too, though. So, sorry, I'm an idiot. It's late. So the next question was, a triangle measures 16 by 14 by 25. Find the smallest angle. Well, so 16 by 14 by 25. So I got to have two that are almost the same length. 14, 16, which makes this 25. Notice I just sketched it, right? I want the smallest angle, which is where? Across from the smallest side. So this is angle A. And I remember that A squared plus B squared minus 2, A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. But I don't want a squared, I want a. So I got to isolate this. A squared minus b squared minus c squared divided by negative 2bc will give me cos a. So just punch everything in. 14 squared minus 25 squared minus 16 squared over negative 2 times 14, not 14 because 14 is a, minus 2 times 25 times 16 will get me cos a. So I go to my calculator, and I'm not going to try to do this all in one step. It's a little bit hard. 14 squared minus 25 squared minus 16 squared gets me negative 685 over, go back to my calculator, negative 2 times 25 times 16 is negative 800. Will get me cos a. I don't want cos a. I want to shift cos of a. There it is. I've got it. It's already positive. So I go shift cos 685 divided by 800. I don't need the negatives because I know it's going to be positive, right? And I get 31 degrees. And finally, sorry, I'll put that up for a sec. And finally, triangle ABC, A equals 17, big A equals 77 degrees, big B equals 28 degrees, and little c equals 16 meters. And I got to find little b. So I draw it. That's 77, because that's the one I know, right? Which means little a is across from it, and that I know to be 17. I know that b is 28 and c is 16. It doesn't matter how I set this up now, except I should know that 28, I shouldn't put it here just because of the way I've drawn it, because this is obviously a bigger angle than 77, right? Because this is the longest side. So I should put 28 there, which means this is my C, right? Now, how do I find little b? Well, I look for a pair. Can I make a pair? Of course I can, because this is 180 minus 77 minus 28, which is 103.83, which makes that 75. Except why did I do that? Because I totally didn't need it. This is little b. And I need little b because c is 16. I've got the pair. I just got a sine law. I got so used to doing cos law, I thought I needed that. Sine of 77 over 17 equals sine 28 over little b. And then 17 sine 28 over sine 77 equals b. And b equals 8.2. And that's it.